So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be recapping yesterday's race at ISM Raceway. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. But before we do that, actually, I need to go ahead and plug Slide Job Podcast this Friday at 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to be there. Ask your questions down below about NASCAR you want us to answer. It could be anything about NASCAR. We will try our best to answer them in the podcast on Friday, so be there to hear your questions answered. Or if you just want to hear about kind of just a recap of this week in NASCAR and a preview for I think it's Auto Club this Sunday. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So the race started out, it was Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney on the pole row, and Chase Elliott was able to get a great start, but it turned out to be better than, or too good to be true would be the correct terminology, as he would get penalized for passing the leader before the line. And I guess a lot of people, I put on my Instagram, I didn't really agree with it, but a lot of people said that it should be there because the pole sitter should get it right, but that's not anyway. So as I was saying, Ryan Blaney would then lead for about 30 to 40 laps, but as he got to traffic, you could tell that Kyle Busch was able to maneuver through traffic quicker and quicker than Ryan Blaney, and this would show as Kyle Busch would use traffic as his advantage to pass Ryan Blaney and take the lead. Chase Elliott was able to get back up front as he, I believe, was in the top 20 when a caution came out. Now, a big theme, I believe this caution was Eric Jones spinning, but there were a lot of tire failures, mechanical issues, and stuff like that throughout the race. Alex Bowman was one, Brad Keselowski was one, Chase Elliott, he had another one later in the race, and then who was the other one? Matt DiBenedetto, shout out to him. He's one of my favorite drivers. You know, I mean, he's outside the top 5, but he's still up there. I'm really glad to see him doing well, and he was a top 10 car. Once he got up front, he was a top 10 car throughout the race. And then something happened to him. I don't know if I think his engine shut off. I'm not sure what happened, but then he just died. He was gone. He was in but he got some stage points. Glad for Matt DiBenedetto. Hopefully he seems to be a team that obviously had a really good race at Daytona, but since then has been getting better race in and race out. So hopefully we can see him up front more often. But anyways, back to the topic. Stage 1 finished with Ryan Blaney. He stayed out. Chase Elliott, he finished 7th by staying out. And Kyle Busch, the leader before the caution, he pit and finished in the top 10. Now, tires are a huge advantage here. It's like, I'm not sure if the new tires are just really good or if the old tires are just really bad, but they are a huge advantage. Kyle Busch was able to get quite a few spots off that restart, and I believe it actually was tested in about the middle of the race, where he started in about 6th or 7th and was able to right away get to the lead without any problems. So the strategy is 2 tires. You know, it's kind of, you can stay with them until it just is until your left tires are so bad, or right tires, whichever you choose, which you'll probably usually choose to do your right tires. But it just 2 tires was a way to go. But you really needed another caution to even out with the other 4 tire cars, and you'll see that later. So anyways, Ryan Blaney was able to hold the lead and win stage 1, and then in stage 2 it was just Kyle Busch. It was a regular Kyle Busch stage. I think there was maybe a caution or 2, and Kyle Busch wins stage 2. And then stage 3, or the final stage, was, I guess, a Wreckfest. I mean, that's the title of this video. There were a lot of cautions, about 4 or 5 cautions, and it was just all the restarts. And to talk about the restarts, in my opinion, I'm not saying this is how it is, but in my opinion, the ISM Raceway restarts are now the best restarts on the NASCAR circuit. I mean, it's crazy. Right off the bat, we got people going 3 and 4 wide. I believe we even went 5 wide at some point. Yes, 5 cars wide at some point. I'm not for sure, but I believe that did actually happen. And that happened, and it was just completely crazy restarts. And you know, you had some people going all the way back from 20th all the way up to the top 10, and it was really, really good restarts. And it even helped that the leaders, you'd have people stay out or take 2 tires, and the leaders were, you know, they were on the back trend while you had people in the back that got 4 tires, they're coming to the front. So it was really, really good restarts. I really enjoyed it. And me personally, I think it's the best restarts on the circuit. And I think ISM really jumped the rankings in my opinion, in the top tracks in NASCAR, or most entertaining tracks in NASCAR, in my opinion at least. And yes, while that did cause for a Wreckfest, I think a Wreckfest here and then is honestly not that bad. I think if we're having really good restarts, so what if there's a caution? I mean, that just means you get to see another entertaining restart. Now, yes, I think if there was maybe another caution, I would probably say, all right, this is getting a little bit redundant. Come on, we are professional drivers here. We should be able to keep it clean. But still, I think a little bit of a Wreckfest and interesting restarts is a little healthy for the sport. I wouldn't say it's a big positive, but it's definitely not a ginormous negative as a lot of people seem to think. And I'd say to rate this race, it's probably about an 8 out of 10, because once all the wrecking stopped, Ryan Blaney was able to get about a second lead after passing Eric Almirola, but he took 2 tires, contrary to Kyle Busch, who took 4 tires, and it just was not enough. As Ryan Blaney would finish 3rd, Kyle Busch would win the race, and Martin Truex would finish in 2nd. Not sure where he came from, but he finished 2nd. So it was a really good race overall, and I would say probably the best of the season, unless you really like Daytona. But yeah, it was a really great race, and hopefully the next ISM keeps on being this entertaining, and hopefully NASCAR in general just keeps on being this entertaining, because it has been really entertaining so far this year. Make sure to leave a like, at least compared to last year. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.